Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting show of Flag Your Week, a podcast that dives deep into the issues affecting Nigerian youth. And I'm your main host today, Faith, and joining me co-hosting is
Samuel, your number one in
Afeg. And today we have an exciting guest in the house. She's Patience Ismaila. She's the project coordinator at Akin Fadeyi Foundation.
I'm currently the project coordinator at Akin Fadeyi Foundation. I'm also into community development and stakeholder engagement, as well as basically trying to do so much in the humanitarian front.
It's great having you here with us.
Thank you.
Today, we'll be continuing from our last episode. Last week's episode is all about diving deep into the dark side of social media, talking sextortion and cyberbullying. But this episode is going to be focusing mainly on cyberbullying. So I don't know, maybe Samuel would love to draw us in, then we'll throw it back to the guest. Like, just give us briefly. I know a lot of people don't really know what exactly is cyberbullying.
From my own understanding, we can see cyberbullying can be defined as a means of being intimidated, harassed online, maybe through social media, text messages, blogs, and everything like that. So most people get bullied online. Like now, if you look at the percentage that they're talking about, we have like 34% of high school and middle school students who are being bullied online. Most of them don't have experience of all these things, so they share their profiles online. They share things that are not supposed to be shared online. So from there, people can get access to their profiles, intimidate them to do something, or try to get money from them, or they will try. Just understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So they are trying to make them miserable, trying to make their life hard, or trying to make their life tough. I think that is a simple way to define cyberbullying.
Okay, so cyberbullying is mainly online stuff.
Yeah.
So, Patience, can you help us throw more light to really cyberbullying as a case?
Okay, so when we talk about cyberbullying, I majorly focus on the HIT, which is the harassment, intimidation, and threatening. So a lot of people go through a lot when it comes to cyberbullying, because it takes away your peace of mind, takes away your sanity. For a lot of people, I think we forget that we can all be bullies. We think when we hear cyberbullying, we think, oh, I have to prevent and protect myself from being bullied or being harassed. But the truth is, a lot of times we find ourselves maybe we're passionate about a particular topic and someone else has something else to say about it. And then all of a sudden, you constantly follow the person online, harass the person, send messages to the person just to tell the person that I don't share your opinion, but not in a way that shows empathy, in a way that shows love or responsive criticisms, in a way that you just want to tear down the person. So a lot of times, cyberbullying is happening worldwide. It's a problem, and I feel like a lot of people have faced it. One thing about cyberbullying is that it doesn't matter what someone posts. The truth is, everybody is entitled. There's freedom of speech. Obviously, yes, we should have controlled online environments, and that's why I guess Instagram and a lot of other social media platforms, they have like security features and stuff that regulate some of the things you say. Your post can actually be taken down because it seems offensive or threatening. So I don't think it's in a place of a person to actually troll somebody or try to bully somebody based on what the person has said. If you believe that what the person has said is terribly wrong, should not be said, then I think the most you can do is basically flag it up, report the person, and make sure that the right authorities get to know that this person is trying to instigate violence or things like that. But you taking the extra mile to go ahead to constantly, because when we talk about bullying, we're not talking about somebody just harasses somebody and just let the person go. It's a constant thing. It's a repetitive thing. A lot of times it has nothing to do with the person. Some people get bullied just because of the way they look.
Yeah.
Some people get bullied because they are differently abled. Some people get bullied because they are seen as, oh, this one is not beautiful based on the standard of society. So I believe that we need to draw the line, because we need to be able to advocate. People need to hear about this, because we do it. We can't take it away from us, because sometimes you see someone post something and you're just like, what is this person thinking? And then you go under the person's post, and then you believe that, in fact, every day I will come and I'll let this person know that the person is wrong. And you no get sense, so tomorrow you see another one, you no get sense, so assuming somebody just comes and says, oh, I feel beautiful today, and you don't believe in your opinion. It's your opinion, no, that the person is beautiful, and you're like, this person is not beautiful, and then you decide to go through all the person's pictures available on social media to tell the person that the person is not. Who are you to judge what standards of beauty are you judging the person by?
Before we dive deeper, let's take a quick break and we'll back shortly.
Who's the musician? Fato. Who's the technician? Who's the producer? We dey do bad things for good reasons, you know. I know you know. And we dey do good things for bad reasons, you know. I know you know. We no keep passing, we no keep malice. Yeah, we just wanna have some fun tonight. We are the happy people. We are the world. I day with you. Location, send your location to me. Then I day with you. Location, send your location to me. Then I shuperu, macha,
Welcome back. We're still discussing the dark side of social media, confronting cyberbullying. So now we've established what cyberbullying is. We've given a little bit of examples of how these things go on online. So now I want us to dive deeper into these causes. Yes, so that we educate people more about it.
I think one of the major causes is anonymity. The fact that you can go on social media, you have that leverage to be able to, especially when I'm talking about like in light of the bully, you can go on social media and say something and nobody knows who you are or where you are. You can decide to create a front, because most of these cyberbullies, they're not necessarily just people you know coming out with their pictures and saying this is this. A lot of times, the deeper side and the darker side of cyberbullying are those people who they have pages that you will not even trace where that person is or who that person is. So you don't know who is attacking you. You constantly feel trolled, you constantly feel followed. So that anonymity, knowing that, I can stay here like this and nobody would know it's me. It's probably one, like a 12-year-old can be on social media and then a 50 or 70-year-old man is there trolling her and she doesn't know him. She has never met him before and he just preyed on her. So a lot of times the fact that there's anonymity, revenge. Some people are like, you know what, I'm going to expose you, I'm going to call you out. When they find out something about you or when you have a disagreement and then they decide to take it out on you on social media and then they use the method of cyberbullying. They constantly, because they cannot physically do those things to you, they go ahead and go onto the social media platforms. Another one I would actually like to talk about is also power play. Some people want to feel confident and want to have like a higher self-esteem in the wrongest way possible. They want to dominate.
Feel like the bosses.
Yes, they want to feel like the boss. And instead of finding a better way to feel like the boss, they go ahead to bully people because they feel like it gives them control. Yes, because you can't catch me. You can't catch me, you can't do anything to me. I said what I said, do you get? You're not allowed to actually do things to hurt people in any way possible just because you feel like you can. So that's
people like that. I did my house, come beat me.
Yeah, exactly. Like
they'll threaten you or what? As in they assaulted you and they'll still be threatening you to come and
yes, like you cannot do anything. So, what would you do? And they'll still be insulting you on top. So how do we prevent all this? What are the measures we use to prevent all this cyberbullying? And somebody insulting you and still claiming right.
Okay, so a method of preventing this is advocacy and creating awareness, educating people. Because for people to stop cyberbullying, they have to know what cyberbullying is.
Yes.
They have to know the impact of cyberbullying. They have to know maybe people also survivors sharing their experiences, letting people know that it's not okay. Bringing out statistics of people who have died because of cyberbullying. You may think it's harmless because you're on the other side of the computer or of the phone, but quite frankly, you are actually messing with someone else's lives. So we have to create the advocacy methods, and so this is where non-governmental organizations step in. This is where the government step in, and that is why I think in 2015 there was an act, Cybersecurity Act, created because it was trying to stop people. The law was enacted to stop people from cyberbullying. But the truth is, how many Nigerians are aware of that law, and how many people are persecuted because of that law?
For real,
So
they have to be enlightened also.
exactly, and
Since that causes cyberbullying.
exactly,
Okay.
and people need to report. You need to talk about it. You need to report to the right authorities.
One person reporting saves a lot of lives.
Exactly.
Because they will actually use that opportunity to say, okay, since this person has reported this, let's look at some people who have been victims of this type of thing.
Exactly.
So that's how they'll be fishing out those people, and they'll be saying, okay, they'll be getting them one by one.
So
Yeah.
everybody needs to know that it's not normal
It's
for
not
someone
okay.
to just
It's not normal.
insult you on social media.
Yeah.
Not a normal thing. It's something that can go on and increase into something else
Yeah.
that will
Cyberbullying has
affect
existed
you.
And
for how many years
it's
now?
not even just the insult, just one insult. I feel like if we say one insult, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the constant following, trolling, and disturbing the person's
Person,
peace,
yeah.
and that is not okay.
Okay, and I think this is where our flag it up comes in also,
Yeah.
because it's
Exactly.
a good platform for you to report these kind of cases, because
Yes.
we have the agencies that take this up, on the platform there. Because once the request is made, those right agencies takes it up, and then the case is dealt with directly and being resolved. So I think that's another good platform
nice.
for
Yeah.
us to do that. We'll be back shortly after the break. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. So we're moving to our favorite segment. Rena would say her favorite segment of the show.
And drum rolls also.
So it's Flag Your Week segment.
Yeah, I want to flag my week for. I want to flag yesterday, sef. Yesterday, like when I was coming back from Maraba, I went to Maraba yesterday. So coming back, there was one accident that happened. Like it was just so funny, and at the same time sad, because like the keke man was okay. Let me say he was on the road driving. I think he was driving sideways, like he was seated like he was a passenger by the side. So a man like driving a truck was just coming with speed. The next thing, I just saw one guy up and was down like this. For you. Like I was like, how did the guy fly out of that
The
keke?
keke?
Because he hit the keke from the back. But the guy flew out of the keke.
He probably
and was on
jumped.
the floor. Yes, now. So like I was surprised. And again, I had to flag, my phone has been stolen.
Now, I say that you need to be cautious. You
My
need to be
phone has
cautious
been
whenever
stolen.
you're going out with your phone. Like,
Because I
because-
don't even know how to make calls now. I feel empty. Like most of my contacts, like I most of my
I'm so
important
sorry
things,
that I'm laughing. It's not funny.
it's not funny, but at the same time, it's funny.
Sorry, no.
Sorry. Let's give our guest the room to flag our week,
Alright.
please.
Okay, so I'm going to flag my week with the situation happening right now in Nigeria, this fuel subsidy issue.
Wow.
So I
You won't forget to think
decided
about
though,
that.
I decided that since I'm not like I normally use Bolt and stuff like that because I'm not used to the along in Abuja, and I was like, okay, you know what, let me try this. And I took an along, and I got from Airport Junction. I was trying to also come to Lokogoma, and from to Galadima, sorry. So this keke driver carried me and like two other people, and on the way he dropped them. All of a sudden, he told me, I was the last person in the keke, and he was like, we're going to a fuel station. I want to get fuel. I was like, and I was coming to work. I was like, we're going to get fuel, how? I was like, okay, to an extent, okay, be reasonable. Probably the queue is not long. We get there, and the queue is so long, and I'm like, are we still waiting? And the guy just blatantly told me, my fuel cannot take me to drop you at Galadima. I was like, But you took me.
From the beginning. why
You
did
picked
do
me,
that?
do you get? And you take me to a fuel station, and I'm waiting there with my jacket and my laptop, and I'm sitting down at the fuel station like this. And time, I'm early to work, and here I am all of a sudden. So it just goes to see that a lot of people are actually going through a lot. At some point, I had to tell him, dude, I actually can't do this. Like, where do we draw the line between I'm being reasonable and you being not reasonable? And I stood up. I was trying to pay him more. That's how I held. It was supposed to be like 300 naira. I was supposed to give him 100. Then from where I would go to, I would get 200 naira. I gave him the option. Okay, please pick your. I've stopped another keke napep. Tell me how much am I to give you? The guy wanted to take the 200 naira. I was like, oh, be honest now. Like, on top of everything,
Yeah,
do you get?
like,
So
you
I would
get
have
your
gone to go and
destination.
pay. Yes, I would have gone to go and pay still more money with another keke napep driver to the same destination. And I'm like, people just need to be more considerate of other people.
really.
It's the
Exactly.
little things.
Like me, if you don't know how to
Yeah.
use our law, just go and learn.
Before somebody sees me fighting
Uber,
at the end
Bolt,
of
and
the road,
it's a no go area anymore. The price is
the
ridiculous.
prices are
Very high.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Very, very high.
Something
Heights.
needs to be done. The
really,
common
really
man
high.
is suffering.
Yes,
Come on.
Nigeria.
I'm sure that something will be done soon and everything will get normalized.
so.
Let's not always forget to flag our week using the hashtag flag our week on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and we'll sure share your story on the show. Thank you so much for
Thank
for
you.
coming to the show.
Thank
our
you, my
dear
pleasure.
Guest. Thank you so much.
No, I was actually thinking that we should not tell me thank you. I was waiting for you to tell me thank you for coming to the show.
That was a mistake.
Which
I
mistake?
take it back. Thank you so much, our
You're
guest, for having me on
welcome.
the show. Thank you so much, our viewers.
It's my
We hope
pleasure.
to have you
Yeah.
on the next episode.
Thank you, everyone.
Please don't forget to put on the notification bell to always have notification when we have a new video coming up. And I'm your main host for today, Faith, and our guest is.
Patience Zira.
She doesn't want to introduce me. I'm your co-host, Samuel. Thank you.
Okay, we
Bye-bye.
can actually sideline here. Thank you so much. Bye.